You Martha Menefield?
I am.
Miss Menefield, we have a warrant for you.
For what?
Not paying your trash bill.
What? So you're gonna handcuff me and take me to jail?
Yes, ma'am. I got to. Put you in these right quick, okay? They're gonna be in the front.
Oh, wait.
I got to, okay?
You're gonna be shaving yourself. Arresting an 82-year-old person.
I am so sorry, but the law is the law, Miss Menefield.
That was 82-year-old Alabama woman Martha Menefield, who was handcuffed and arrested for not paying a $77 trash bill.
I'm not joking.
So you're gonna handcuff me and take me to jail?
Yes, ma'am. I got to.
What is a minute?
I'm so serious. It's a warrant. Failure to pay solid waste, and here's all your information. That's how I knew where your address was, where to come. You should have got a phone call from the code enforcement about a month ago saying, hey, you need to come pay your trash bill.
The reason I'm not saying anything because my daughter takes care of that for me.
Yes.
You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, she has not been doing it. And you got to go with me today. Anything you need to grab right quick, you can. And
I can't believe it.
we'll be going on down the way.
So what would I have to pay?
It'll be $285 to get out at the PD. If not, I have to take it to the county jail.
Oh, Lord. Would you just take one?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in these right quick, okay? They're gonna be in the front.
Oh, wait.
I got to, okay?
You're gonna be shaving yourself. Arresting an 82-year-old person.
I am so sorry, but the law is the law, Miss Menefield. All right, Miss Menefield, we gotta get ready to go, okay?
Okay, what's up? Key. They arrested me for not paying my trash bill. And you know, Prince always pay my trash bill. Tell your mom to get somebody to come and get me now.
Okay.
And y'all come on a Sunday.
Yes, man. We do them all the time. They just happen to get around to you on this day right here. We took 2 more in yesterday. They were saying the same thing. Y'all came on a Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna come around right here. Don't fall.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, my bad. I just want you to follow in the water puddle. Okay.
No, that's good.
Joining us to break down this trash violation arrest is former sheriff deputy and former SWAT team member Chad Ayers. Chad, how you doing? Thanks for coming on.
Sam, always good to be here.
Showing up to an arrest for an 82-year-old for not paying a trash bill, Chad, it's a little different than the SWAT calls I'm sure you were used to.
It is quite different. There were times that we got dispatched out, though, before I was on the full-time SWAT team to answer calls like this. Not exactly the same. But again, you never know every day. That's the crazy thing about this job, right? You don't know what you're going to, deal with every single day.
So, Chad, regardless of if she violated any laws or not, she's 82 years old. What do you think about the officers handcuffing her?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in these right quick, okay? They're gonna be in the front.
Oh, wait.
I got to, okay?
You're gonna be shaving yourself. Arresting an 82-year-old person.
I am so sorry, but the law is the law, Miss Menefield.
Yeah, it kind of, Sam, like on a lot of times that we discuss here on some of these shows, is it comes back to departmental policy. And here where I worked, it was a policy that no matter what, if you were transporting someone to the detention center or the jail, that they had to be handcuffed behind their back is our policy. Now, there are extenuating circumstances like these gentlemen. From what I remember, they handcuffed her in the front because, probably because of her age and, joint manipulations, things like that. We also have things called like belly bands. So they're basically like belts that you can hook the handcuffs to in the front that you see a lot of people in courtrooms wearing and stuff like that. But, if there's policy in place for how you're going to transport a prisoner, you got to follow that policy, because at what point do you say, well, you arrested a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old, or this person was 77? That's what policies and procedures are there for. But they handcuffed her in the front, which is great.
So policy in place, Chad. Overall, how do you think the officers handled this? I mean, obviously, it's a nonviolent crime. The suspect's 82 years old. This just had to be such a delicate situation for the officer who was involved.
It was, but it's kudos to the department, kudos to that officer and the professionalism. They don't have to let you, when you have a warrant, if you wanted to, you could say, ma'am, you're not making any phone calls. You can do that at the jail. You saw that they allowed her, to call, I think it was her daughter or a relative, to explain what was going on. They allowed her to grab some belongings, some sweaters, some things like that. Because again, the crime that she was charged with was not any type of violent crime or anything like that. So kudos to them for showing that professionalism and letting her make some phone calls to get, affairs in order to get someone down there as quick as possible to come pick her up.
So something you highlighted, the sweater, that part of the body cam stood out to me. She asks to put her sweater on because it's cold, and they didn't uncuff her to let her do so. Again, she's 82 years old. It's a nonviolent crime. Did the officer handle that correctly?
How alone he must have been.
I'm just gonna kind of throw it over your shoulders. When I get to the jail, I'll take the handcuffs off. You can put it on.
And it's not cold today. It's all right.
Turn it like this. What going on? There you go.
I don't want to speak to him. Would I have handled it that way? Absolutely not. We've got an elderly lady that's cooperating with law enforcement. Personally, what's 10 seconds to uncuff her, let her put her sweater on the proper way to be a little bit more comfortable, in the weather, and handcuff her back. We're looking at 10, 15 seconds. Me personally, I would have done that for her.
Interesting. So, Chad, you mentioned she called her daughter, and multiple times throughout the video, she said that the trash bill's responsibility was her daughter's, and she called her to say, hey, you forgot to pay my trash bill.
You should have got a phone call from the code enforcement about a month ago saying, hey, you need to come pay your trash bill.
The reason I'm not saying anything because my daughter takes care of that for me. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, she has not been doing it.
Arrested me for not paying my trash bill. And Prince always pay my trash bill.
I'm definitely trying to get in contact with your daughter if I were you, because she not screwed you on this one.
Why not go to the daughter's house with the 82-year-old, maybe uncuffed, and say, hey, you forgot to pay the trash bill, and confront the daughter about it?
Well, again, Sam, at this point, a judge has issued a warrant for her arrest. So even going there, you have paperwork in your hand ordering you to bring her in. I don't know if it really would have made much of an outcome. I don't know about in that town. There are some times in some situations I know where judges have been able to recall a warrant over the phone. Is this one of those times? Not sure. Obviously, we see these things a lot. With having people in charge of your affairs, as I forget what's the word I'm looking for, the guardian ad litem or whatever, who's kind of just helping you, power of attorney, that's what I'm looking for, but someone who helps elderly through this. There's a lot of pressure on them because we just saw what happens if you forget one thing. It sticks out that the chief or the sheriff, whoever that was, said numerous attempts have been made. This wasn't a single thing. And I think that's important for people listening to understand. This wasn't a single occurrence. They've attempted, and this has been a repeated pattern. So unfortunately, though, we do have to be held accountable if we're not paying our bills. I hate that it turned out that way. Honestly, if this is true, then the daughter needs to be more responsible, or this lady needs to find someone else to handle her affairs.
Did you notice the officer saying your daughter really screwed you on this one?
Yes. I got to be honest. It appears that she did. I hate it. But again, we have to find responsible people to handle those types of situations. If this, I just want to make sure we're clear. If this bill would have been paid, we wouldn't be in the situation.
Why arrest her instead of maybe having the trash company stop picking up her trash if she's such a repeat offender of not paying the bill?
Honestly, I think we're kind of getting into more of like a civil matter there if we go that way than a criminal matter. But I'll be honest, in my career, I have never heard in where I'm from, that turning into a criminal matter. They just stop picking up your trash. And then at some point when you're tired of a bunch of shit being outside, then you're going to come and, pay your bill. But I've never heard of something like this turning into a criminal matter, honestly. So I can't speak to the department or the trash company's policy on that.
A first for everything. Chad Ayers, thanks so much for coming on Law and Crime After Hours to break this down. I appreciate you.
So I'm always great.